Audio Jungle.
Hello everyone, nice to meet you today to an interesting session about PowerHER Asia 2025 event She Leads, She Built, She Transformed, organized by IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council IIU-IIUWEC. I'm Mihail Stănescu, your host of today, and now let's have an opening session. So, ladies and gentlemen, changemakers and visionaries, welcome to PowerHER Asia 2025, a celebration of women who lead, build, and transform communities across the continent. The impactful initiative is brought to you by the IIU Women Entrepreneurship Council under the visionary leadership of Dr. Piyush Pandit, founder of the International Internship University, a global platform promoting education, sustainability, and inclusive leadership. Now, in this journey of today, in this event, it's important to establish our purpose, to know our target. So, the mission of today's gathering is to amplify the voices of women leaders from Asia who challenge barriers, inspire progress, and drive change. We are here to uplift, to share, and to lead together across borders, cultures, and generations. And now, in the next minute, we will show an amazing video about the main ideas of today. So let me to share with you a video about today, about women, about power, and let's see.
IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council is initiated by Mr. Piyush Pandit, the founder of International Internship University. He is the founder of Swana Bharat Parivar and chairman of Piyush Group. The Piyush Group has collaborated with many countries for creating tomorrow's entrepreneur. He created the Indian e-village. He runs an NGO that has rendered its services for the welfare of society. He is a successful entrepreneur. Mr. Piyush Pandit is a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist for the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds, possessing excellent administrative, verbal communication, and writing skills. He is a next-gen speaker and passionate writer. He has received many awards and worldwide recognition for his efforts and contribution to the betterment of society and in the field of education. His multifaceted personality and his creative pursuits are evident from his work. Mr. Piyush Pandit concocts the world's first virtual internship university during a pandemic, the International Internship University, the IIU. Women's empowerment is empowering women in all walks of life. Mr. Piyush Pandit strongly believes that every woman has a constitutional right to quality health care facilities, economic security, access and right to education, and political power. The economic and social growth of the world depends on the active participation of women, as they constitute half of the world's population. Mr. Piyush Pandit says that women are multitasking. Women are born to rule. The power of being a woman is exquisitely enigmatic. A woman creates a life a feat no other can. She has dreams, she lives for today, which holds the promise that she will make her tomorrows more meaningful. A woman fights innumerable battles, takes stands, yet most women need to struggle for their self-worth, for the freedom to soar to heights not traversed before, to venture into unexplored territory and utilize their untapped potential. Mr. Piyush Pandit thinks that every woman is an entrepreneur unknowingly from her birth. A woman is an innovator, a source of new ideas, a skilled, ready to take challenges, an initiator. In every woman, there is a hidden entrepreneur. Women are an instrumental part of entrepreneurship and will continue to lead change for years to come. Through their ingenuity, they bring economic growth, innovation, creativity, and productivity. They also inspire other women and individuals to become business owners. Women entrepreneurship is the process in which women initiate a business, gather all resources, undertake risks, face challenges, provides employment to others, and manages the business independently. Women entrepreneurship refers to a business or organization started by a woman or group of women. Mr. Piyush Pandit always had an urge to provide a platform to women entrepreneurs to establish and enhance business contacts, exchange business ideas and products, services, identify emerging opportunities for the domestic market, export promotion, joint venture, business collaborations, strategic partnership, and other business activities. IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council is a venture by International Internship University by integrating women entrepreneurs from manufacturing, service industry, banking, finance, infrastructure, realty, education, entertainment, media, sports, healthcare, pharmaceutical, professional services, and other fields for development and enhancement of business contacts and growth. IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council is providing a platform for women entrepreneurs to expand business reach, commercialization of unique concepts and business ideas. IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council has been providing the opportunity to every woman on this globe, the CEOs from large corporate, multinational companies, banking, finance, research, science and technology, education, entertainment, media, legal, and business consultancy firms to share their expertise, experience, and knowledge for the development of leadership qualities amongst women entrepreneurs, especially from underprivileged sections and to the beginners. IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council recognizes the incredible skills possessed by a woman, respects their self-worth, and intertwines it with entrepreneurial skills to give a woman the power to create magic, magniloquence, and money with her skill sets. International Internship University is giving an opportunity to every woman on this globe to witness the uncultivated talents within her to be the successful women entrepreneur by joining IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council. IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council will support you to become a women entrepreneur. We will teach you to earn by using your hidden talents to become a tycoon. Be the part of the International Internship University Women Entrepreneurs Council to recognize you as an entrepreneur, turning history into your story to initiate the golden era in the journey of life.
All right. So, as you can see, today we are talking about the entrepreneurship atmosphere and the power of the woman in every sector of the activity. Now, we are moving on, and because we are seeing the introduction, I think we should have a welcome speech. So, I'm invited on this virtual stage Miss Ermina Rescu, President of IIU World Entrepreneurship Council. So please, Ermina, welcome.
Thank you, Mihail. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, speakers, and participants, it is a great honor and joy to welcome you to this special edition of PowerHER Asia 2025. An event that celebrates the strength, courage, and vision of women who are leading across Asia and beyond. Today, we unite our forces to share stories, inspire generation, and build a future where gender equality is no longer a dream but a reality. First and foremost, I would like to express my deepest and sincere thanks to our founder, Advocate Pesh Pandit, along with the entire team at International Internship University, IIU, and the IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council. Through their courageous vision and unvarying commitment to education, inclusion, and empowerment, he provided us with this global platform where women's voices can resonate freely, powerfully, and inspiringly. When we look at Asia today, we see an incredible force beating in the hearts of more than half of world population. The women of this vibrant, diverse, and full potential continent. They are the mothers who bear the future, the leaders who change destinies, we can say, and the fearless voice calling out for justice and equality. The women of Asia are not merely spectators of change, they are its architects. In every village, city, and metropolis, they bravely fight for education, for the right to pursue their dreams, for dignity and respect. They face obstacles that sometimes seem insurmountable, but they never give up because they know their power lies in not only in what they can do, but in what they inspire around them. They amplify communities, open doors in business, govern with compassion, and change social norms, once thought immutable. They are the unseen heroines of progress, as well as living symbols of hope and transformation. Today, we commit to support them, amplify their voice, and providing platforms and opportunities, because when one woman in Asia succeeds, the whole continent moves forward. Let us be the wishes and partners in the silent yet immense revolution of women, not only dream but also build a fairer, stronger, and brighter world. For them, for all of us, let us lead, build, and transform. May this conference be filled with inspiration, energy, and real impact. And I wish you, all of you, good luck. And for sure, we will continue. This project started like a conference with PowerHER Europe, but let's go further. Let's go all over the world. Let's empower all the women from all continents. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Ermina Rescu, the president of IIU Women Entrepreneurship Council, for this speech, and wish you all the best. And because we are talk about this council, we have a team. So now I'm inviting a person from the core team, Reflections. I'm calling Miss Dr. Shruti Kulkarni.
Yes.
To have also an introduction speech. Dr. Shruti Kulkarni, please.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mahir. First of all, very warm welcome on this wonderful platform. Namaste, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone all who gathered today for auspicious this conference, which is it's totally based on woman empowerment. So before a start, I really just pay the gratitude to the founder of this wonderful platform, Advocate Piyush Pandit sir, for providing us such a wonderful opportunity over here. And again, I just wanted to pay a gratitude to late Ma Sukumari. She is, the idea behind this. So let's start with today's topic. I would like to wish you all speakers for, very all the best on this particular wonderful platform of today's this conference. And this is based on woman. Woman itself is a power. Woman itself is energy. Woman, she can lead, she can teach, she can everything, we can say, as a multitasker. So today on this wonderful platform, I just wanted to highlight one quote, which is let like speak our action instead of our word. So this is the mandatory, and there are four strong pillars which we can able to this perform our action, which is based on education, then health, wealth, and empowerment of women. And on this strong pillars, each and every woman can stand. So definitely, the she can create a strong basement for each other, strong basement for family, strong basement for a country, nation, worldwide. So I really would like to thanks for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to welcome you all. So thank you so much, Mihir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shruti Kulkarni, for this amazing speech. You are from the core team reflections, and
Yes.
thank you. And now I think we can have the speech from.
Virginia is back. You can call her for speech.
Okay, please come on the stage, Miss Virginia, please.
Okay, so my camera's not working. So good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we hear you, Virginia.
Okay, wonderful. I didn't want to pass this important day today, and I don't know. I think it's raining in my country, so I think we're having a little issue with connectivity. But I'm very happy to be here as we celebrate the remarkable power and the resilience of women across Asia. Representing 2 billion people, Asian women are an unstoppable force shaping our world today and leaving a profound impact in every sector. Did we know that women in Asia account for nearly 40% of the global workforce? Their contributions are vital to economic growth and development. There's a McKinsey report that highlights the achieving gender parity that could actually add $12 trillion to the global GDP. When we think about the power of the Asian women, we need to think that without them, we would have a very bankrupt and very poor world. In education, Asian women are making tremendous strides. According to UNESCO, the female student enrollment rate in primary education in Southeast Asia has reached 98%. That means that practically every girl goes to school. Educated women are more likely to invest in their children's education, breaking the cycle of poverty and fostering future generations that we see in other regions of the world. Furthermore, in leadership roles, the number of the amazing Asian CEOs, they're really taking Fortune 500s to the next level. In countries like Bangladesh, women hold 20% of the parliamentary seats, double the global average. Female leaders such as Aung San Suu of Myanmar and Tsai Ing-wen of Taiwan illustrate the positive change women can bring to politics, driving equality and promoting peace. However, we do have to acknowledge the challenges that still remain. Women in many parts of Asia still confront systemic barriers, what we call tradition, from gender-based violence to limited access to resources. It's crucial that we continue to advocate for policies that promote gender equality and empower women by providing them the access to a quality education, real health care, and economic opportunities. We need to harness this power of every woman in Asia. Let's not keep the marginalized rural women out. More than 60% of the women in Asia live in rural areas. I represent Mahila Udyami, a new visionary project, a force to be reckoned with. You will have more information soon, but our goal is to embrace the potential and support the dreams of rural women in Asia. Together, I know that we can foster a world where every woman can thrive, contribute, and inspire future generations. I really want to thank the opportunity to be here today. Unfortunately, you can't see me, but that's okay. I want to thank Edmina because Edmina leads WEC with such respect and profound commitment. Let's champion the power of Asian women today for a brighter tomorrow. I am so excited to listen to every single one of you today. And thank you for allowing me this space. Thank you, Mihail.
Thank you very much, Miss Virginia, for your amazing speech. You are also Core Team Reflections member of IIU-IIUWEC Committee. And now I think we can move to the panelist speaker of today. And before we will start this session, I want to have a short announcement. Please try every panelist to have a maximum 5 minutes per speech. All right. Now we are open this session, and I'm invited to come on the stage to Miss Diana Richardson from United Kingdom. If you are here, please open the camera, open the mic. All right, and first, let's have an introduction about this amazing panelist of today. Diana Richardson from United Kingdom is a global market leader, best-selling author, podcast host, amazing, and mentor known for business acumen, customer service, and team leadership. It's amazing that you have a lot of interesting hobbies, but also interesting activities. And now I invite you to share your ideas in this topic in this amazing session. Please, Miss Diana Richardson.
Thank you so much, Mihail. I'm so excited to be here with you all. Just checking you can hear me. All good?
Yeah.
Excellent. So thank you so much for letting me be part of this inspirational discussion. Empowerment means different things to different people. I was recently on a panel discussion, and the host went around the room and asked 20 different people what empowerment meant to them. Nobody answered it the same. For some, it meant financial support. Others, it was emotional. Some, it was for career opportunities. For me, empowerment and PowerHER Asia is about education, entrepreneurship, and creating one's own ecosystem. There's a statistic for a recent study by Forbes that showed 80% of the 100 most powerful women in 2024 were over the age of 50. It just shows that it is never too late to start, and you can start your fresh chapter at any time. Your career is the long game, it's a journey, and it's about embracing the plot twists, learning to pause, following your passion and your purpose. Today, I'm going to share a mission that's really close to my heart. I'm the Chief Philanthropy Officer for IIU-IIUWEC. Dr. Virginia just spoke about it briefly. It's a global movement to empower rural women through education and entrepreneurship. Earlier this year, I went to India, and I was with Ermi and Dr. Virginia, Tracy, all of which are panelists today, met Dr. Srividhya. It was an incredible experience. And we all got to lay the first bricks of IIU-IIUWEC. Seeing the ground, the foundations of IIU-IIUWEC in Asia is going to be built upon, and creating the blueprint for others around the world to use these opportunities in their countries and rural communities. IIU-IIUWEC is a grassroots organization and a global movement committed to advancing women's economic and education empowerment. Our mission is to ignite and nurture women's entrepreneurial potential globally by providing accessible resources, skills training, financial assistance, and creating a sustainable impact on communities and economies worldwide. This Women's Empowerment and Entrepreneurship Hub is headquartered in Asia. We're building this in India, and it's a strategic hub that allows us to leverage local expertise while coordinating our global operations to empower women across diverse regions. We partner with local organizations, governments, NGOs in various countries to deliver tailored programs, ensuring that our initiatives meet the unique needs of women in different cultural and economic contexts. The 4 pillars of IIU-IIUWEC is about women's empowerment, skills development, entrepreneurship, and sustainable growth. Over the past year, IIU-IIUWEC has equipped thousands of women with skills and resources they need to launch their enterprises and improve their families' lives. With the collective efforts of community leaders, global partners, and passionate advocates, we've witnessed remarkable transformations in the lives of women across continents. Why does this matter? Because 1 in 4 women in rural communities lack access to formal education. That's millions globally. Women with financial independence reinvest 90% back into their families and communities. And Mahila Udiami's programs in the first 3 years of being launched will impact 5,000 women. And that's just from one hub, let alone if we set this up globally. So we are so excited to share our ambitious plans for the coming months, including the development of a magnificent green hub. It's going to be painted pink with a green grass roof. It's a sanctuary for women that will serve as a training center focused on sustainable practices and entrepreneurship. With your support, we can scale our efforts and create lasting change. This center will serve as a transformative space for women and girls in underserved communities, offering access to literacy programs, vocational training, financial education, entrepreneurship support, and holistic wellness services. The vision of Mahila Udiami is a world where every woman has access to education, entrepreneurship, and economic independence. We're building a dedicated center to serve as a hub for literacy, skills, financial empowerment for women in underserved communities. So come and get involved with us, whether it's monetary, whether you're donating your time, whether you're sharing your skill set, or you're literally just helping us spread the word. Why should you get involved in our movement? 4 reasons. Empowerment. Every brick that is sponsored will help give a woman education and financial independence. You'll help build a legacy. You'll leave your lasting mark, literally and figuratively, if you buy a brick. Transparency. 100% of the funds that we are raising for Mahila Udiami will go into construction, into programming, and go back into the community that we are building. And we're building more than just a community. It's a movement that will empower women, children, communities for generations. So get involved with us. There's a big launch we've got coming up on the 27th of July. It's the day that it's Piyush's birthday, Dr. Pandit, or Advocate Pandit. And it's also the foundation day for eVillage, which was spoken about in that video at the very beginning of this session. So get involved with the Buy a Brick, building a foundation, build her future one brick at a time. So far, we've raised $8,500, and we're looking to raise $75,000. So whether you can show your support financially, through sponsorship, sharing your skill set, donating your time, or helping shout about this amazing cause, please get in contact with us, mahilaudiami.org. That's mahilaudiami.org. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for letting me be a part of this panel discussion.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Diana Richardson from United Kingdom. First of all, I want to congratulate you and your team for the results with your hub and with your project, and also wish you all the best to become better and better than this actual perfect. And I want to highlight your motivation and your perseverance in all of your activities, because you have amazing targets, and wish you all the best with all of this. Now we are moving to the next speaker. So I'm calling on the stage to Miss Dr. Manal Ashkar from Lebanon. Are you here? Dr. Manal Ashkar. All right, maybe she will join later. Now I will ask about the presence of Miss Ambassador Dr. Smili Mukta from USA. Okay, maybe she will join later. But now I'm calling on the stage another amazing panelist, Miss Tracy Island from USA, who is a transformational coach, author, and speaker helping individuals to unlock authentic leadership. Amazing. So, Miss Tracy, I invited you on the scene and we wish you all the best with your speech. Please, Miss Tracy Island from USA. Please unmute yourself.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good day. Thank you for having me. Thank you for that introduction. My name is Tracy Eileen. It is with great pleasure to be a part of PowerHER Asia. As we know, women from all around the globe have opportunity to be her authentic self and to be powered to do whatever she puts herself out to do. But as you guys have spoken about the underserved community of women, I can relate very well because I grew up in a urban area. I was a girl that didn't have. I'm very transparent on how poor we were. We had great education, but when it came to housing, food, and pleasures to do activities, that wasn't available for us because of financial reasons. But as a young girl, we were able to go outside and play and enjoy that type of unity with our friends. So that was great. But for me, I'm speaking today from my life journey. I am Tracy Eileen. I am a transformational coach. The name of my business is Release Pain to Power. I coach women to release their pain caused by hardship and trauma, and it's based on my 13 traumas that I've had in my life from 26 years of being divorced, being married, being sexually abused, from my sister's death. She was like my child. Reinventing myself on many occasions in my 50s. But I'm getting ready to celebrate my big 6-0 in October. So I'm very proud of where I've come from. But I created Release Pain to Power to speak to women, to encourage women, not only their education from going back to school and getting their skill sets. I believe that when it comes to a woman and anyone, all of us have a story, and we have to take care of our emotional health, our mental health, our spiritual health, our physical health. I am a woman that work out 3 days a week and ride my bike. I also am a woman that still to this day see a therapist because I want to protect my mental health and my emotional health based on my traumas. And that is what I encourage women before they go into a career. We have to take care, as I just stated, our mental health, emotional health, physical health, and spiritual health before we conquer our educations and our career and where we want to build our businesses. Our mental, emotional health is very important. And when I speak about Release Pain to Power to women, there's 4 key elements here. There's acceptance, there's forgiveness, there's mindset and plan. You have to definitely accept yourself. You have to give yourself grace from all the traumas that you have experienced, because the trauma that I experienced, it started from a childhood to adulthood. So trauma comes in different stages of life. All of us have a story from, whether it is a different story, but whether it is from abuse, verbal abuse, sexual abuse, being misheard, not being understood. There's different areas of trauma. So when you're dealing with your trauma, you have to accept your trauma. Then you have to forgive the individual that may have caused your trauma. And most importantly, not only forgiving the individual or individuals, you have to forgive yourself. You have to give yourself grace when you're forgiving self. Because if you don't forgive yourself, you're not going to forgive someone else. You have to change your mindset. You have to change how you think, how you feel. That is so important in changing your mindset, because when you change your mindset, you change your behaviors. You think different, you feel different, and then it will allow you to accept and forgive. Then you have to go into plan action. You have to plan, how are you going to tackle your traumas? Are you going to see a life coach or transformational coach like myself? Are you going to go on the traditional health side to see a medical doctor, therapist, a psychiatrist? Whichever way that you choose, you have to have a plan so that you can accept, you can forgive, and have a mindset. Once you have that plan, guess what? You just go into action. And when a woman goes into action, she is powerful. Just like everyone before me just spoke of women being powerful. The title of this event is called PowerHER Asia. Dr. Virginia just spoke on the statistics about women in Asia. Women in Asia has so much opportunity, especially with technology and other things and the resources that are there for a woman in Asia. Not only in Asia, across the globe, in the European countries, the United States. When women unite, we are educated, we become powerful. We not only become powerful, guess what? We love ourselves. We accept, we forgive, we change our mindset, we have a plan, and we have an action. We just have to have those resources and someone to believe in her. It was my grandmother, it was my aunt. It has been other women that believed in me. And that is where I got my confidence, my resources from, my education. I didn't go to school right out of high school. But guess what? I was able to go and get my bachelor's and my master's. But with that being said, not only am I an educated woman, I have taken care of my mental health, my emotional health, my spiritual health. And that's what makes me powerful. That's what makes women powerful. And I just want to leave it at that. Across the globe, having these platforms from the IIC and knowing now that it started during COVID, I know women became powerful during COVID. Women will continue to be powerful. I want to say thank you to Dr. Perush, Dr. Virginia, Ermina, and the entire staff, Glow Getter, Miss Diana, all the women who have allowed me and Dr. Perush to be a part of this opportunity. Thank you for your time. And if you want to know more about Release Pain to Power, you can go to releasepaintopower.com, releasepaintopower.com. Thank you.
All right. Amazing. Thank you, Miss Tracy Allen from USA for your speech, for your sharing. And what I observe, you are a strong person, and not only that you are a strong person, but from your power, you give also for people who need some help to become better and better. And for this, congratulations, and wish you all the best to continue this amazing mission. All right, now we are moving on to the next speaker. And from USA, we are going to Tanzania to another amazing speaker panelist, Professor Dr. Shainul Banji. She is here. Okay.
Yes, I am.
Amazing.
Yes, I am.
You are a global finance expert, FCPA and FCILT fellow, and also 30 plus years in top leadership position worldwide. Congratulations, because it's not easy to be in a long period of time always in the top. So you are a professional person. And now the stage is yours, and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Peace greetings to all present here. Please allow me to switch off my camera due to low internet connectivity. And whilst I'm talking, I will humbly request the host to commence my presentation. I am Professor CPA Shainul Banji, a seasoned professional from Tanzania, the land of Kilimanjaro. I am super excited and thrilled to address the IIU platform, and I wish to express my gratitude for this golden opportunity and congratulate all the present office bearers and the past office bearers for bringing IIU to place where it is. I'm really touched by the presentation of Dr. Irene. I really liked it, and mine is the continuation of it, and I hope the PowerPoint will commence so I can discuss. Thank you. Can we see the slides, please?
Okay. Did you try to share the screen?
I send it to the host here.
Okay. Or
I'll send it to Ermina. Yes, I'll send it already. I cannot. I try to share. Can you make me the host? But my network is not that good. But you may allow me to share.
I think you can share. Let's try again now. I think you can
Okay.
try. Please.
Okay, let me try.
With the button share. The green one from the bottom.
Yeah, I'll see that. No, it's not that my network is not good. That's the problem. Can you please comment my slide? I've shared it already.
You can share the presentation.
Just a second.
Okay.
Maybe it can come. Just a second. No, it's a problem. It's a problem. I
think you can share the presentation on the WhatsApp group, and I will share.
I already sent it. I'll send it to Ermina, and I thought she was there. Okay, just a second. Let me try. Just a second.
Because I can't open. Not worry. You can come back. I can't open your presentation. It's not work. But I will send
Fine. Okay.
Let me see.
Okay.
I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I will share.
All right.
Not worry. Yes, will work. I hope will work. Let's see. Dr. Banji. Yes.
Yeah, because my internet is very low. It doesn't taste. My
Okay.
apology. I can't share it myself. Yes. Now it's come. That's it. Yes. Can we put it in the presentation mode if possible?
It's all I can. It's all I can. It's all I can.
Okay. No problem. I'm sure I'll be able to read it. And the next slide, please. Yes. Let's scroll down further.
Yes.
Have you ever given a thought why on the 16 days activism the UN women are so much vocal? Why all the NGOs, CBOs are so much vocal on the 16 days activism? What's the 16 days activism? What happens if we just take it easy being domestically abused? What is it that if we just keep quiet, if somebody stalks you or eve teasing or whatever it is, take it easy? There is a link between domestic abuse, terrorism, and war. Giving domestic abuse upper hand, tolerating it, we are actually making terrorists because we don't take action on them. This is a research done by a organization, and it is confirmed that to neglect the problem of domestic violence is to neglect the wider condition to violence across society. Now, what is domestic abuse leading to? It's a key pathway to toxic masculinity norms, gang membership, antisocial behavior, substance abuse, violent crime, mass shootings. We have seen it often, particularly in America, South Africa. There's such type of things, and when asked, they confirm that they had a history of domestic violence. The research shows it. Now, what is gender-based violence? It's a violence directed against a person because of that person's gender or violence that affects persons of a particular gender misappropriation. Violence against women is understood as a violation of human rights and a form of discrimination against women, and shall mean all acts of gender-based violence that result in or are likely to result in physical harm, sexual harm, psychological, or even economic harm. Now here we have described what is various types of gender-based violence X are, what's physical, what's sexual, what's psychological. We can skip here because you all know it. Let's look at various forms of types against women, types of violence. You can move further. Wife beating, trafficking in women, femicide, honor killing. Honor killing is very popular in India in particular. Then now there's cybercrime and online violence. In Africa, we have female genital mutilation, and also acid attacks are so much rampant in India. Child marriage, this though it's prohibited by law, but the system continues. Sex-based harassment, forced marriages, and once again, the online violence is so severe nowadays that it needs to be put to stop. Now let's look at why it's a human right to defend yourself. Can we move now, please?
Yes.
Human rights can be defined as the minimum equal and inalienable rights compulsory obtainable by every human being for being a member of global human community regardless of gender, ethnicity, language, race, religion, nationality, ethnicity, language, race, religion, nationality, or any other ground. Women have is with women face discrimination, injustice, and dishonor based on gender. It's not fair. It's just not fair. Can we scroll down, please? Can we scroll down?
Yes.
Protection of the human rights. The United Nations equality between men and women has been among the most fundamental guarantee of human rights. The Charter was adopted in 1945. The Charter of United Nations sets out as one of its goals to affirm faith in fundamental human rights, in the dignity and worth of the human person, and in the equal rights of them, men and women, both are included. Furthermore, Article 1 of the Charter stipulates that one of the purposes of the United Nations is to promote respect for human rights and fundamental freedom without distinction as to the race, sex, language, or religion, the prohibition of discrimination based on sex is clearly mandated. Now, if the Universal Declaration has said that the law is protecting, but how come we are keeping silence and continuing to tolerate? Which is not right. Can we move further down, please? Can you scroll down, please?
Done. It is.
Yeah, please. Yeah, we can skip here. We can skip this one. Now, reasons of unreported cases of violence against women. We tend to tolerate, it's normal that people within the family pressurize, keep quiet because of it creates negative publicity. And it's a general stereotype against male. Society and family pressure, we tend to keep quiet because of that. There is also gender neutral laws need of the hour, and that when the case is being carried further, there will be negative publicity and the person may change its decision and the case will just vanish. So these are the reasons which are either unreported against violence. Can we move further, please?
Yes.
Can we move further? Yeah. Now, basically, what are the reinforcement possibilities? Setting up helplines for women in distress. In India, there is some Swada scheme. I believe the American lady said that she was also having some counseling sessions. Support services to victims of violence through schemes such as short stay houses and shelters, maintenance, counseling, capacity building, occupational training. These are all very important, and above all the medical aid, which the lady just said that maintaining mental health, physical health, spiritual health, it's all very important. Let's not let our bodies be a toy for somebody. Every woman shall take care of her body. No one should let it be a toy for a person, and let them not ruin us spiritually or mentally or psychologically or whatever you say. There is a need to create awareness. I said it yesterday also that we should safeguard ourselves. And today, with this technology, the positive side is that if you can make an app of how to contact police immediately or how to contact your family immediately, you can curb the situation, you can minimize the situation. Wherever you are, if you are knowledgeable, you can have these apps and just download it in the phone and contact the right parties in the event of any violation happening. But the most of it, please make your body a temple of God. It's a temple of God. Let's protect it. And in conclusion, I wish to say gender-based violence is a serious problem that needs to be addressed. It affects both women and men. There are many ways to prevent and respond to gender-based violence, and it is important to everyone to be aware of these issues. So let's all make it a aim of not tolerating any sort of stalking or ill-teasing, and above all make us ourselves spiritually strong. If we are spiritually strong, we'll be able to counter any problems coming on the way. And let's make our minds, let's increase the intellectual capacity of our minds. Let us not remain fixed. And I wish to thank you all for listening to me so attentively. Thank you all. God bless you all.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Professor Dr. Shainul Banji from Tanzania, for your presentation about this topic, which is so important to understand also nowadays in the 21st of the century. And now I think we can move to the next speaker from India, who is associate professor, Amity Law School, also founder of Girl Up Arahoni United Nations Foundation, and also legal literacy activist. Please welcome on the stage Dr. Sumitra Singh.
Hi everyone. Hi Mihail. I'll request you today. I have some problem with my internet connection. So can you please let me know whether I'm audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible, about visible, sometimes freezing, but it's okay. So it's important first of all to hear you.
Okay. So I'll go slow because of low connectivity. However, everyone, good evening. And this is a very empowering session where we have to talk about how do we empower her Asia. So what does it mean? It means how do we empower the women in Asia? What are the initiatives done in Asia to empower the women? The previous speaker spoke so nicely about gender based violence, about online violence. However, I am taking a totally different overview about women's empowerment in Asia. Number one, empowering women in Asia, it is a multifaceted issues because there are so many countries which are deeply tied to social, cultural, economic and political dynamics. So first I would like to talk about economic empowerment. There are programs like Grameen Bank in Bangladesh, which shows access to microcredit with which women get empowered economically. So that is the point about microfinance and entrepreneurship. Let me talk about the labor force participation. When
And we lost Dr. Sumitra Singh. She come back. We wait a little bit to reconnect.
I will switch off my camera and speak.
Okay,
Hi.
we heard you again.
Yeah, I think that would
You
be
can
better.
continue. Yeah, you can continue.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah, thank you. Now, initiatives in countries like India and Philippines and Indonesia, we talk about digital skills and remote work. When I talk about education, I talk about progress. I talk about gender parity in primary education, which has improved in many Asian countries. Although there are challenges in rural areas of Southeast Asia and South Asia, girls still face early marriage, poverty, and cultural norms that prevent continued schooling. Let me talk about health and reproductive rights. Improved in many regions, but access remains unequal in many parts of Asia. Let me talk about menstrual health. Stigmas around menstruation remains, particularly in the South Asia and Southeast Asia. When access to contraception and safe abortion also varies widely in terms of reproductive autonomy in South Asia and Southeast Asian countries. I talk about political representation of women. Women remain underrepresented in political sectors across most of the countries of Asia. Well, there are notable figures. There are leaders like Tsai Ing-wen in Taiwan, Sheikh Hasina in Bangladesh, and others. They serve as role models for female leadership. Let me talk about social and cultural norms. When I talk about patriarchy and gender roles, there is a stronger patriarchal systems that still define many societies. Growing awareness through cinema, literature, and social media is challenging the traditional narratives, and now women are standing up for their own rights. Now, as the previous speaker talked about gender-based violence, that is still present and that is often underreported due to stigma and weak legal protections. Laws against domestic violence and harassment are expanding, but enforcement is inconsistent. When I talk about key initiatives and solutions, there are NGOs like Seva in India, Women for Women in Afghanistan, and UN Women in the Asia Pacific region, which are working at the grassroots levels to provide the solutions. Gender budgeting, maternity leave reforms, and quotas in the political bodies are referring to the political changes and policy changes. Now, targeting men and boys alongside women to shift the norms, I don't think that can be a part of the solution because we talk about gender equality and gender equity. So, there can be educational awareness campaigns regarding the same. Mobile technology is helping to bridge the gaps in education and business opportunities. Why I'm saying it really matters? It really matters because empowering the women is not only a matter of human rights, it's a catalyst for economic growth, sustainable development, and peaceful societies. In Asia, which is
Okay, we are waiting to come back. We will see what will happen with Dr. Okay, she come back. Good.
concluding, if I can be heard.
Sumitra is a fighter. She's back.
In advancing the gender equality, we talk about women economic empowerment, ending violence against women, leadership and political participation, climate resilience and gender equality, and there is he for she campaign leadership. Thank you so much because today there is some connectivity problem. I could have spoken more, but thank you so much, Ermina. And Nihal.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Sumitra Singh, for your perseverance and your motivation during your speech part. And also, congratulations for your target in your speech, also in the idea of the economic part in Asia and about women empowering in this continent. Thank you very much. And now I think we can moving on. And I will ask first of all, Dr. Ashvini Pansare from India is here? No. We are moving to Africa, and we will give the mic to a person who is founder of the Huge Promotions, Top 30 Africa's Leading Woman 2025, and also she's an award-winning poet. So from Botswana, I'm calling on the stage to Miss Ofadil Gofhamo Dimo, please.
Thank you so much. Good evening, beautiful change makers of Asia and beyond. It is an absolute honor to be a part of PowerHER Asia 2025, where voices ignite change, where leadership is nurtured with heart, and where she who leads, builds, and transforms is not just a phase, but a movement. My name is Opadile Tiofamudimo, founder of the Edge Promotions, award-winning poet, podcaster, wellness and transformational coach from Botswana, Africa. And tonight, I bring with me not only my voice, but the spirit of global sisterhood. I'd like to give today's presentation based on this title, PowerHER Rising in Trust, Transformation, and the Wisdom of Connection. In this era of rapid global transformation, Asia stands as a profound example of how culture can anchor identity amidst the storm. While universal shifts are shaking social norms, societal norms, and family structures across the globe, many Asian communities continue to hold tightly to their cultural values, rituals, language, respect for elders, and generational duty. These cultural anchors serve as both a compass and a cushion for during turbulent times. And despite internal challenges, modernization, mental health issues, leadership gaps, and a rising disconnect within families, Asian societies still emphasize the collective over the individual. This is particularly seen in the resilience of Asian women. In homes, offices, and communities, women serve as silent architects of strength, often balancing tradition with modern empowerment. Whether as caregivers, leaders, or educators, their strength lies in adaptability and deep-rooted cultural pride. In contrast, many African countries continue to battle intensified issues of gender-based violence, broken family systems, and weakened communal support. Men and women are lost daily to social decay and systemic inequalities. The erosion of traditional family values, coupled with unresolved trauma and poverty, is leading to fractured homes and communities. And to rebuild, there is much to learn from the Asian woman. Her patience, her honor for legacy, her role in nurturing structure. Connecting starts with the youth, teaching them that culture isn't limitation, but foundation. Each exchange programs, storytelling platforms, women-led mentorship across continents, and curriculum focused on emotional intelligence and cultural pride can sow the seeds. Let our daughters and sons grow not just with dreams, but with roots. In the end, cultural resilience is not about going back. It is about carrying forward what still gives us strength together. Also with men being he for she champions across the world. The PowerHER legacy that I'd like to share as we walk out of this event, let us ask ourselves, what legacy am I living as a woman of power, purpose, and passion? What can I build with the women I meet here today? And how can I lead in a way that transforms, not just performs? Let's choose courage over comfort. Let us lift as we climb, and let's power her, not just in word, but in action. I'd like to say my final words are to the women here, to every woman here. Your voice matters. Your voice, your story matters. Your presence is power. Let's keep showing up boldly, vulnerable, collaboratively, because together we don't just rise, together we power here. Thank you very much for this beautiful opportunity, and I'm grateful. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Ofadir Gofhamon-Dimo from Botswana, for your powerful speech, for your ideas of motivation and perseverance in our career, following by our targets. Thank you very much. Now, I think you can move forward, and I'm calling on the stage if she is still here. Dr. Shruti Kulkarni is here or not? Dr. Shruti Kulkarni from India. I think no. So I will have another call. Miss Ambika Hanhate from India is here. No. So, from India, we are still saying in Asia, but a new country, Malaysia. We have interesting person who is senior lectures and program coordinator at Nilai University. Also, she's expert in HRM and management. So I'm calling on the stage from Malaysia to Miss Noor Nazarenah Omar Din. Please, the stage is yours. Yeah. Open the camera, open the mic, and good luck.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Hi.
Hi.
All right. Okay. Thank you for this opportunity again, and I'm glad to be here among all the powerful women around the world and the leaders, representative from every and each country. Glad to be with you all again. So today I would like to present on. Okay, I'll share my screen first. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So for today's title, PowerHER Asia, she leads, she builds, and she transforms. I would like to narrow down the topic to women's leadership in Asia and Malaysia, progress, challenges, and the icons. Okay. Women leadership in Asia and Malaysia. Across Asia and especially in Malaysia, the march toward inclusive leadership is gaining momentum. Women are rising in politics, economics, technology, and civil society, despite structural barriers and underrepresentation in many decision-making spaces. PowerHER Asia 2025 marks a pivotal moment to spotlight the milestones achieved, the trailblazers paving the way, and the urgent work still needed for all of us, the women. All right. Okay. I would like to emphasize on the first point, which is political representation. In Asia, the average proportion of women in national parliaments is 21.8% compared to the global average of 26.9% from IPU 2024. There are bright spots which are in Vietnam, 30.3%, Philippines with 29.1%, and Nepal 33%. But others like Japan is 10.3% and Malaysia itself is 14.9% trail behind. Why? Why in Malaysia women are not really into the politics? Because we are not getting the exposure, we are not getting lift up. But still, there are 14.9% of parliament in Dewan Rakyat, less than 15% of state assembly members, and just one full ministerial portfolio as of 2024. But still, in Malaysia, we can find a lot of iconic women leaders such as Hannah Yeoh, the first female speaker of a Malaysian state assembly, current MP advocating for youth and women. She became a very iconic model for all the youth and also people who are leading into civil society, into politics. Marina Mahathir herself, the daughter of our ex-Prime Minister, Mahathir Mohamad, all right, a long-time women rights activist and commentator, and she is also a public figure where been as a role model for a lot of Malaysians. And Tsai Ing-wen from Taiwan, she's the Asia first female president, widely praised for her leadership and diplomatic strength. So even though in Malaysia, women are very less into politics, but then there are a lot of women uplifting themselves, transforming themselves to become a role model for the others, and also their leadership skills in lifting the women community is praisable, right? For the second point is corporate and economic leadership. In Asia, only 9% of CEOs is in large corporations are women. This is stated by McKinsey 2023. This number is higher in the informal economy, where over 80 million women entrepreneurs operate, yet women only receive 5% of venture capital funding. This is under IFC 2023. Moving forward, under STEM, technology and innovation, the Asia-Pacific region is a rising hub for technology, yet women representation remains limited at leadership levels. While 32% of technology roles are held by women, this dropped sharply in senior and C-suite roles by Google IFC 2023. Moving forward, the STEM, technology and innovation in the Asia-Pacific region is a rising hub for technology, whereby women representative remains limited at leadership levels, while 32% of tech roles are held by women, and also which is sharply dropped in senior and C-suite roles stated by Google IFC 2023. All right. In Malaysia, there are a lot of women who have made significant strides in government administration. Okay, there are 36.1% JUSA level officers, top federal civil posts are women under JPA. Malaysia has achieved its 30% minimum quota for women in public sector decisions and making rules. However, the parity is still limited in local government, statutory bodies, and G20 linked leadership roles. I would like to come to the last point, which is social impact and civil society. Women-led NGOs are the heartbeat of Asia's social transformation. They address education gaps, gender-based violence, environmental resiliences, and economic inequality. In Malaysia, this is especially visible where organizations that like WAU, Tenaga Nita, and My Shield Women provide shelter, advocacy, and leadership development. During the pandemic, women-led mutual aid groups and online educators in Malaysia community resiliences. So women in civil society are first respondents to injustice and architects of long-term peace. These statistics and icons that I've shown resembles the leadership in Asia, and it is evolving from centralized, male-dominated systems to inclusive community-driven and purpose-led ecosystems. In Malaysia, women are not waiting to be given permission to lead. They are starting businesses with limited capital and expanding globally, holding ministries and speaking truth to power, driving digital transformation from the ground to up, vulnerable while creating resilient social system. With that, I would like to conclude that Asia truly Malaysia, and I'm proud of being a leader and also a woman in the education industry for the community of Malaysia. Thank
you very much, Ms. Noor Nazarana Omardin from Malaysia, for your interesting presentation about how is life based on the topic in your country, and it's interesting how is the percentage and how can be topics like STEAM and technology so interesting on this area. Thank you very much, and congratulations again. Now we are moving forward, and we are calling on the stage to Miss Dr. Srividhya Sukumar from United Arab Emirates, who is a governance advisor, QA expert, also author, and not the least United Nations Global Ambassador and ESG advocate. Please, Dr. Srividhya Sukumar, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mahir. Thanks for the wonderful welcome. Namaste to all. I represent UAE, but I belong to the country of India. I'm so happy to be amidst you all, definitely on this platform, and empowering Asia. So when we talk about empowering Asia, empower her as such. So when we talk about that, basically what it involves is talking about women. When we talk about women, each one of us is so proud and is so happy to join on this platform as I do amidst you all today. Thank you. So without, I owe a sincere thank to IIU and also Ms. Armina, who has taken this initiative of connecting us on this platform. So this is basically, I'm a G20 person, so I would like to present my views on G20 related to the G20 aspect of it. So this is, hope my screen is visible, and I'm going to go to the slideshow. It's going to be a little longer, so if at all I'm ahead of time or if you really want me to stop sharing, you'll have to let me know. Well, coming to the empowerment of women, it's basically women in the economic representation. That's what is actually required in the worldwide or countrywide. So in that note, Empower Alliance, which is related to the G20 Alliance of Empowerment and Progression of Women Economic Representation across the globe, is on accelerating women leadership and empowerment in all the private sectors, such that we will be able to achieve the SDG 5 of gender equality on empowering all women and girls worldwide. And this is a history, but it is definitely a call to the action, but not a blueprint for the future. That means we cannot blindly follow it. It has an evolution process and it will go accordingly. So as we all know, SDG 5 strives for gender equality and empowerment of women and girls. It is predicated on all forms of discrimination against women. We have seen all those discrimination which was spoken and elated very clearly, very diplomatically in this forum by the previous speakers. So elimination of all forms of violence against women and girls, including harmful practices such as child, early and forced marriages. So to achieve this gender equality and empowering all women and girls, it's not a fundamental human right, but it is a necessary foundation for peace and prosperous and sustainable world. So there has been little progress over the decade. That's what we are going to see here. To achieve gender equality and empowering all women and girls, that's on track. That's what we have seen. The world is not on track to achieve the gender equality by 2030, which is the actual target that we should achieve as such. Why? Because only these are the spotlights that we need to focus on. Only 1 in 5 women and girls who are aged between 15 to 49 reported experiencing physical and sexual violence by intimate partner within a period of 12-month period. Only 47% of, in comparison as such, 47% of women, 6% of men, homicide victims worldwide intentionally killed by the intimate partner or the family member. Look at the alarming number of women who are being killed. 49 countries have no laws specifying protecting women from domestic violence. 37 countries exempt rape penetrators from prostitution if they are married or subsequently to marry the victim. So this is the actual violence statistics which has been going on. So on average of about the women do as 3 times as unpaid care and domestic work as women. This is a mandatory thing which is going on, which has no future, or we don't know what is going to happen in the future. But this is actually what is going on as today. Unpaid care and domestic women, where women and girls perform bulk of unpaid care and domestic work. Combined with the paid work, this leaves women and girls working for longer hours with less time for rest, self-care, learning and other activities. And when we talk about the future, we talk about political participation. So taking that into account as well. But is this going to change? In that, the next spotlight is only 52% of women married or in a union freely can make their own decisions about consensual sexual relations or about the health care. So in that case, the women face various barriers in exercising their sexual and reproductive health rights. So migrants, I think people have spoken about the menstrual periods and the time which has been given. And look at the alarming numbers in different countries. How about if we talk about only 52% in the worldwide, the country-wise percentage is already given there, with Southern Africa is 60.9, Asia is 68.5, Eastern Africa is 49, Middle Africa is 26.8, Europe is 71.3, Western Africa is 29.6, and Latin America and Caribbean islands is 70.8. So on the whole, only 52% of women are allowed to make this decision on themselves in taking care of their own security and safety. So women in leadership, that's what the highlight is all about. So in politics, in 2000 it started talking about women in national parliament and other roles. 2000 it had only 13.2. In 2017 it is about 23.4, and over then 39% of the countries worldwide has some form of quota says that to increase women representation in politics. But in the management it is 1 out of 3. In the senior management positions that are held by women. So look at the number. If the 3 is the women, that's 1/3 of the position is given to women. So 47% of the women business leaders are in favor of general quotas on corporate boards. So the women remain underrepresented in all the leadership and the management level positions in public and private sectors. While the quotas have been implemented to boost women participation in politics and the corporate boards, but when it's going to become the actual reality, that's a question. So implementing the gender equity in policies to hire, retain and promote women, this will really help, and ensuring visibility of women regardless in their office or at home environment means even at home, even if they are working from home, that should be made visible as at the women entrepreneurs, and they should be encouraged. Leveraging the multiplier effect where 1 woman in the C-suite is correlated with 3 women in senior management roles, tapping the return to work talent pool. Organizations in banking, capital markets, investment management, insurance and real estate are again reminded of specific tips to be taken or the programs to be impelled to continue to train and mentor the women staff and to develop a pipeline of talent to promote women in senior management or C-suite roles with a vision of 2030. If we do all these things, there is a possibility that we will reach somewhere to 2030. So why do we need to do that? Because when more women work, economies grow. Women economic empowerment boosts productivity, increase economic diversification, income equality in addiction and other positive developmental outcomes. For example, increasing women employment rates in OECD countries to match out of the Sweden and could boost the GDP percentage by over USD 6 trillion. So recognizing, however, the growth does not automatically lead to the reduction in the gender-based inequality. Conversely, it is estimated the gender gaps cost the economy of 15% of the overall GDP as about. So how do we implement it? So if these are the alarming numbers, if these are the threats that need to be addressed in our SWOT analysis, what should be done and what could be done is that the 4 areas where the financial inclusion community can contribute to the women empowerment such that we will be taking it forward. So when we talk about women economic empowerment, that's going to take to the more of bank accounts. It's not that. Definitely bank accounts are the powerful tools in the hands of women who are determined to take more control over their lives. They should be given more clear knowledge about the digital access and data. we know, practically speaking, those women who are having these high fund of phones, they are not able to handle. If we talk about GPay, they will not be knowing how to handle the GPay payment, whereas they will be taking somebody's help for making that payment, where there is always a threat of being fooled or being ridiculed there. So in that case, the digital access and the data women should be made very clear about these things, and also the usage of these things, such that the digital economy is becoming a bigger part of our lives. So to take the advantage of the economic opportunities in the digital economy, women need to be made or able to make and receive payments. At the most basic level, women require an access to the simple trinity factors to engage the digital economy in terms of a simple bank account, a phone, cash in and cash out CICO network. They should be aware of this. So the Financial Inclusion Committee tends to focus on the gender gap for the amounts, but there is also a significant gap around the phone ownership. So in the lower and the middle income countries that we're talking about, right as on date, women are 8% less likely to own even a phone, a normal phone, than men, that 20% is less likely to own a smartphone. So if we are going to address these kind of things, say the government can come up with policies giving a free phone for the women gender, so that will really help them. And and then bank accounts, how to create the bank accounts, to have a knowledge awareness campaign. So all these the primary gateway to the internet for the most poor countries. So secondly, the laws and the social norms. When we talk about the laws and social norms that normally affect the women's ability to use the financial services to improve their life, lack of property rights prevent women from obtaining loans in many markets. Women we're not able to obtain loans in many markets, and the lack of ID makes it difficult for the women to access those accounts in number of markets. So women still face these legal barriers to obtaining ID. According to the World Bank Women Business Law Index, on average, the woman has only 3/4 of the legal rights afforded to men, despite the recent progress in closing the gender gap. So the capacity and essential services to be focused on. What is the key thing is education and skills and foundation to building the better future for women and families. According to the Global Partnership of the Education in the World Bank, an additional year of school women can result in 20% of the increase in the income, and the child or the man with a 50% or more likely to or the age 5. So the return on the investment from educating women is high, and the financial services like payments, saving, credit can make it more easier for the poor households to pay for the school fees and other essential services. So in addition, women will be helped in acquiring knowledge and taking care of their societies. So the financial services that will help women to spend more time on the workforce that is required. So when we do this, normally the general threat is that social safety nets and the networks, which is always a threat for women in the society. Safety nets to give women the security, they need to take the advantage of the opportunities that come their way, and should be formally implemented such that they are more safe in using these things. I'm going a little fast because there's so much to cover. So the low rate of women economic representation is still a lingering problem despite the efforts which have been made and witnessed. So published in July 22, the World Economic Forum, WEF, with the Global Gender Gap Report projected it will take 132 years to reach the full gender parity based on the current rate of the global progress, with further challenges triggered by COVID-19 pandemic and evolving global economic crisis. Along with that, the International Labour Law, ILO, noted as of February 2022, the global labor force participation, the rate of women is under 47%, representing 25 percentage points difference compared to men. Moreover, the share of women in the leadership positions show less convincing posture in solving these complex challenges. Also, the World Economic Forum noted that globally, women take up just over third, that is 36.9% of the leadership role, the figure that is only 3.6% higher reported in 2016. Women representation in the top leadership positions is even more constrained, with women accounting for just 4.8% of the chief executive officers, that is CEOs or other C-suite roles in other Fortune 500 companies. These problems indicate the efforts to pay the gender parity will need to be accelerated to avoid losing another decade of progress. So the while labor market picture is still more challenging, stands in contrast with the slow progress of the total parity in the leadership positions. Progress in workforce participation is still stalling, and the financial inequality shows the signs of increase. The global labor force participation rate for women is just over 50% when compared to 80% of men. Analysis also reveals a gap of about 40% difference in the wage levels. 50% in the income is still to be bridged. So the other challenges found in respect to the access of the digital technology for women, the global analysis revealing 2.3 billion of women without internet access and more than 1.7 billion who do not own a mobile phone, or 200 million fewer than men on other mobile and phone access. So the data provided fresh impetus for the action of the governments, investors and private sector businesses, workers and their organizations and NGOs. And the evidence shows that economic slows down disproportionately impact women in exacerbating and existing inequalities and causing the gender equality initiatives to strip down the government and the corporate agendas. So that's how this G20...
Sorry, can you conclude in maximum 2-3 minutes, please?
Definitely. Thanks for that, and thanks for that. That's what I said, that it's so vast as such. And I've got a very beautiful video to show, which I will not be going in for, and because it is going to be little, again, it will take time. So I will try and do it for you as such. And so when we talk about women empowerment, I would like to conclude, say that I think women is truly powerful when she knows how powerful are her own aptitude, when she knows the realm in which she wants to leverage her capacities, and when she takes a decision for herself, that's the power. And every woman who is conscientious and every woman who is conscious of her own capacity, and one who knows that there is a cost to pay for being abrasive enough to be just herself, she is definitely a powerful woman. And the biggest, I think, is disservice we do to women across the communities when we define her power, again, from the perspective of a corporate position, a bank balance of a status, or due to a relationship. The minute she is going to take a decision for herself, non-apologetic of the women or of the society or the community that she belongs, then she becomes a powerful woman. Because often women are burdened with the pursuit of decision making, as how the decision affects everybody else first, then herself. She put others in front than taking such that. If we eradicate all these possibilities, and when we have the audacity to take a decision, when women have the audacity to take the decision for themselves without even bothering of being judged, definitely this will really pay for a woman to lead the country and to lead the society. So that is my concluding remarks and concluding note on which I would like to conclude today's session. I owe a sincere thanks to IIU for that, and definitely if time permits, I would like to rejoin, and such that I will end it up with all the strategies and all the other strategies or the policies which can come up through to make the gender equality the best as such as the implementation process. Thank you so much. Thanks IIU for the wonderful opportunity. Thanks Mr. Mihir. If I have taken long, my sincere apologies. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Dr. Srividhya Sukumar from United Arab Emirates, India, and also India, for your presentation, which were so professional made, with a lot of statistics, with a lot of bullet points, which highlight main ideas in this topic. And congratulations, it was so academical, let's say, and professional. And wish you all the best. Now we are moving on to another participant in a new country for us today. And she's an ELT teacher and IIU-IIUWEC country director. She's passionate about global education collaboration, and she's from a beautiful country,
Turkey.
So exactly, we are welcome on the stage to Miss Nebahat Kenkirli, please.
Okay, thank you. Good evening from Turkey. Warm greetings from Turkey. Dear friends, I am very honored and humbled to take part in this conference because my country is two continent countries, of course. Half of my country is in Asia, and the other part of my country is in Europe. So I have attended the Europe conference, and now I am very proud to be part of Asian conference. Yes. Now, PowerHER, my topic is educating for equality, leading for change. First of all, I am deeply honored to speak before you and you today at this vital conference on empowering Asian women. Our theme, PowerHER, calls us not only to reflect but to act. And in no sector is that action more essential than in education. Education is not only the foundation of personal development, it's the bedrock of equality, empowerment, and transformation. If we want to power her, we must start with her learning, her voice, and her leadership, right from the classroom. Education as the great equalizer. It has been said that education is the great equalizer. But in reality, too many girls and women across Asia still face unequal access, gender stereotyping, and invisible ceilings in their educational journeys. PowerHER in education means ensuring girls are encouraged to pursue STEM subjects, not steered away from them. Women educators are supported to become school leaders, university deans, and policy influencers. Educational content reflects not only male achievements, but the extraordinary contributions of women, past and present. The hidden curriculum, breaking stereotypes early. Much of what students learn isn't written in textbooks. It is hidden in the messages we send, the tone of our encouragement, the roles we assign, the leaders we highlight. PowerHER means normalizing female leaderships from preschool to postgraduate, training educators to identify and eliminate gender bias, creating safe, inclusive classrooms where every girl knows, my voice matters, my dreams are valid. Let us remember, a child who sees a female scientist in her textbook is more likely to imagine becoming one. Representation is not symbolic, it is strategic. Teachers as agents of empowerment. As educators, we are not just conveyors of knowledge, we are builders of futures. The teacher who tells a girl she is brilliant in math might be the reason she becomes an engineer. The principal who mentors a young woman teacher might be shaping the next education minister. PowerHER means investing in teacher training, gender-sensitive pedagogy, the professional development that lifts up women the career ladder, not keeps them at the bottom. Empowerment must begin with those who educate. We must support our female teachers not just as caregivers, but as innovators, strategists, and leaders. Digital education, closing the gender gap. Today, as education shifts more and more into digital spaces, we must be intentional about closing, not widening the gender gap. PowerHER means equipping girls with digital literacy and coding skills, addressing the online harassment that silences so many young women learners, ensuring that girls in rural and marginalized communities have the same access to technology and opportunity as anyone else. The future classroom is global, virtual, and dynamic, and it must be one where every girl do more than participate. We must design, lead, and transform. We need more women heading our universities, designing our curricula, leading our ministries of education. PowerHER in education means creating leadership pipelines, mentorship programs, and systemic support for women and women to ascend without apology and without any limits. We must stop asking women to work twice as hard to be taken half as seriously. Leadership must be earned by merit, not hindered by gender. To every policymaker here, it is time to place gender equity at the heart of every education policy, not as a footnote, but as a foundation. To every educator here, every lesson, every word, every decision is a chance to empower. Let's reimagine education that does not just teach girls to fit into the world, but equip them to reshape it. When we power her through education, we are not just changing report cards, we are changing realities. We are lighting fires of curiosity, courage, and confidence in every young woman. In doing so, we are not just empowering the students, we are transforming societies. Let's be bold, let's be intentional, let's power her in our classrooms, in our policies, and in our arts. Because when she learns, she leads, and when she leads, we all rise. Thank you. This is my end of speech. Yes, as a teacher, as an educator, I preferred to arrange my speech in that issue.
Thank you very much for your presentation and for your sharing as a professor, as in the academical way, and also that
Yes.
you also explain something about your country. This is not European, but also it's Asian, which were amazing. And I wish you all the best in your sector and also in
Thank
all
you,
of your
thank
dreams.
you. I have been
All right.
teaching English for 26 years. I have been especially empowering my girls for pursuing their education. I know education is the best weapon. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Many hugs to our friends. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. We are moving on. And from Turkey, we are going to India. Is here Dr. Kalpana Dixit, who is a ex-professor and research supervisor, and also she mentoring in education management. So, Miss Dr. Kalpana Dixit, please open your camera, open the mic, and as a reminder for people who enjoy us a little bit later, please try to your speech to be in 5 minutes, please. 5 minutes. So good luck, and yeah, Miss Kalpana Dixit, the stage is yours, please.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Kalpana Dixit, and it is really a great opportunity to interact with you all. Thank you, Meher. Thank you, Armina. Thank you, IIU. I would like to say one thing, that empowerment of women throughout the world is really a great deal of the time. But what we do, we are always encouraging them, we are always supporting them, and we have to create a special space for them, because women still need some support from the family, from the society, and from their professional colleagues also. What I would like to say, that empowerment of women is depend upon the policy, program, rules, and regulation. There are globalization of the education, globalization of the industry. Everything is globalized. There is a competition, a broad competition is there in the market of industry and professionalism. So how a woman can survive? This is the question. And I'm really impressed that all over the Asia, even last time we have discussed about the European women also. So in all over the Asia, women are growing by the support of their colleagues, by the support of their friends. So if women are supporting each other, it means they are ready to empower. They are really want their empowerment. And what I would like to say, other thing, empowerment of women is a combined effort of the government, of the individual and of the policymaker also. If women are moving toward globalization, they must definitely achieve the level what they want. And PowerHER Asia is a powerful concept. It's shaping resilient future through equity, wisdom, and leadership. Respected leaders, scholars, and changemakers, I would like to highlight this thing. That if we gather to envision these Asian women, so I think that empowered to rise, lead, and transform is the important motto for the empowerment of women. And we are not just advocating gender equity, we are igniting a renaissance that draws strength from our diverse culture, ancient wisdom, and modern resilience. Other thing is that from silence to voice in Cambodia, rural women are leveraging digital storytelling to preserve indigenous knowledge in India. Also, Anganwadi workers are not just, they are not caregivers only. They are nutritionists, they are educators, and they are supporters of their friends. Other thing I would like to say that the agent of change exists everywhere. Only thing is then how to motivate the women to grow and empower. Education as liberation. Take the example of Feast for Nepal, where young women from remote villages are now classroom leaders. They are inspiring the next generation to dream beyond border or digital green in India. This is also a very important concept which equips women about how to do a good agricultural leader by modern technology and leadership in every form. Asian women are not only leading boardroom and jobs, they are painting murals, they are healing trauma, they are choreographing the things, they are leading the politics, they are leading the economy of India and Asia also, and they are crafting policy that bridge divides. As in the Philippines, the guerrilla movement transformed personal pain into national activism. In Bangladesh, Black gender's inclusive development approach uplift thousands of women. And I would like to say another thing is that innovate with empathy is most important concept when we talk about the women empowerment. As we explore AI in leadership, let us reimagine it as a tool for ethical decision making and inclusive progress. Empowered women in Asia are already using technology to amplify mental health services, create safe virtual space, and build digital cooperativeness. Power her and she will power transformation. This is the concept. Wisdom beyond border. The Indian knowledge system reminds us leadership is not only a dominance, but it is a dharma. It is a peace building, isn't a policy alone. It is a karuna, samvad, and sangathan, compassion, dialogue, and collective action. These aren't just values, they are scalable framework for global harmony. Let us not simply empower women in Asia. Let us acknowledge that they already hold the power. Our role is to listen, amplify, and co-create this power. PowerHER Asia is more than a slogan. It is a movement, a mosaic of leadership where every woman is seen and heard and collaborate. Other thing is that if we talk about the globalization is a challenge for women, so I would like to say that globalization has also increased awareness of women's rights, expanded access to information, and fostered advocacy for gender equality and empowerment. Still, without addressing deeper structural phenomena, the women are moving ahead of their colleagues in climate. And also like to say one important thing is that the empowerment of women has been started from the home. If a family supports a woman, she will raise, she will rise, and she will build and she will transform. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your speech, for your energy, and for your ideas during your speech. And it was amazing, your highlight during your topic. Congratulations again, Miss Kalpana Dixit, for your ideas, and wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank
Now
you so much.
we are okay. Thank you. Also, now we are moving on, and we'll be again in India. And now I'm calling on the stage a corporate strategist who is also a professor and author, a keynote speaker at global events, Professor Dr. Rajput. Please welcome on the stage.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Mihail, and thank you, Arminia ma'am. Thank you, IIU, for inviting me amongst all the great people, personalities, which I can share with them, I can learn from them. And thank you, Kalpana ma'am, for such a great thing. I can see Shruti madam here in front of me, because in a couple of the meetings we have met, madam. And of course, Dr. Srividhya, how nicely she has given the complete details. Oh my God, I was thinking how much preparation she would have done to make the things happen. So much of the data was there. So I said, what should we be talking about it? So I said, let me just talk about thinking about the things that the basic concept is on she leads, she builds, and she transforms. I think there's an entire world in between, because this is a complete world we are able to see. And it is like a mother, it is like a sister, it is like a person who is taking care, it is like an anchor, it is like a professional person, everything is there in that. I can say, when the women lead, the women build, and when the women transforms together, we all create a force that reshapes the societies. It's just what Kalpana madam has said about it. And it is not just about the individual success, it is about lifting others as we climb, creating the ladders for the next generation to ascend, which is the real need of the hour. I always see as a half glass filled, not as a half glass empty. There are lot many things are there which have been spoken, that the world is not doing, the gender equality, the SDG goals, so many things are there. But let me have a pleasure of talking that what is the power of a female? What is the power her in Asia? So I'll start with the first point, which is she leads. And when we say she leads means a leadership. And leadership is not about the titles or the position. It starts from the home to the professional world to the personal world. It is about the influence, the courage, and the willingness to step forward when it matters most. It is not only in the professional world, it is not as an educator, but it matters most at the various part of the life. So across Asia, women, I respect to the women, they are breaking the barriers. It starts from the boardroom, either in the politics, either in the science and the social movement across. And they are leading with empathy, which is the most important part, because they are the real image of the good empathy, the strength which is there, because we learn empathy from them, proving that leadership is enriched by the diversity and inclusion both. From the grassroots activities to the CEOs of the multinationals, companies, head of the education system, women are redefining what it means to lead, not by dominating. They are not dominating, but they are inspiring, they are encouraging, they are inculcating and empowering others to rise alongside with them. So that is the way I can tell about the she leads. The second point is she builds. Yes, she builds. She starts building from a family to the entire world. And again, my salutations to the every female leader, because again, I can say when she builds, leadership is not alone enough. True power lies in building. Leading and the building are both the things together. Building the communities, building the businesses and the future for every person, either they're in the community, either the family, or in the entire world. Women in Asia are the architects of the real change, constructing the bridges where there are divides are there, creating opportunities where there are none. They are the real builder, and nurturing the innovation, which is the necessity, which is the real need of the hour, that drives economics also. And that's why there is strengthening their nations in various ways. They build not just infrastructure, but also the trust building, because we learn the trust building from the females only, from the mother only, from the sister only. That's why she built the trust. The networking she built, and the legacies that will endure for the generation which is required. And people, they talk about such a great women leader. Now, coming to the third point, which is she transforms. When she leads, when she builds, she transforms also. But the most profound power of the women is their ability to transform, to turn challenges into opportunity. They accept the challenge with a smiling face. They are ready to take the things, and they will fight till the last breath. That's what we have seen. Setbacks into the breakthroughs. They've proven wherever the lady person is there, when the ladies are there, where the females are there, they've changed the entire scenario. And they help to convert the dreams into reality. They are the backbone of the family. They are the backbone of the system. Transformation is at the heart of every women's journey. Believe you me, and I'm sure not many women are there. So they understand about it. They create the new paradigms for what is possible. People, the male think it is not possible, but they make it possible that yes, I am possible while creating the paradigm. They changes the entire economical worth value, which is important, and the cultures across Asia, because Asia is the entire continent which is filled with beautiful cultures, and here the women are leading. That's why she transforms. They are also the catalyst for a future that is more equitable, inclusive, and vibrant. Taking the words of Madam Srividhya, the SDG Goal 5, gender equality, they all are making a difference. Maybe the difference cannot be seen so much, but yes, when we see a decade back and now today we can find a heaven of a difference which everybody can see about it. So as today on this IIU platform, we celebrate the PowerHER Asia. Let us remember that this power is not confined to a few who are here in front of us or who are going to listen, but it is a collective force that grows stronger when we support, uplift, and stand with each other as a pillar, not a puller, not a filler. And every woman who leads, who builds and transforms is a beacon of hope and a testament to the limitless potential within us all. So today, I urge each one of us, whether a woman or an ally, to embrace this power, to respect this power, to give the gratitude to this power, to lead with the courage, build with the purpose, and transform with the passion. Together we all can create Asia where every woman's power is recognized, celebrated, and unleashed. And I'm sure when we are going to meet next, maybe after a decade, right, the entire data which Dr. Srividhya has shown, it will be changed. It will not be 52%, it will not be a 57%, it will be 90% and above, where people will start respecting, and this is the basic thing is required. So either as a male or as a female, wherever we are, whatever the position which we are taking it, let us embrace that empowerment. Let us respect them, which is the real need of the hour. Because if we respect the women, we respect the God. And if we respect the God, the entire universe will support us and respect us. Thank you so much once again, Armina ma'am, for inviting me at your wonderful platform of IIU with such a great people, which I respect them always and ever. Thank you.
Wonderful. I think Mihail is not. Congratulations. Congratulations. Wonderful, like always. And so true. So true. So powerful speech.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. And now, then, Mihail, I want to invite the last speaker of today. Mrs. Jasvinder Chali from England, expert in counseling, yoga, self-development with 25 years of experience. Welcome, Jasvinder.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me and having me here. I'm not going to take too long, but again, I wrote another poem which I feel is very important because it's a note to the women of the village, the women who are like, a lot of the time right at the bottom of the ladder, and